Today I just want to start the camera and just start talking into it. Well, today I would like to explain how I visualize life. I visualize life as a jungle. In this jungle, according to my understanding, there are main paths. And in those main paths, um, we can find the most amount of people. They are walking on them. It is actually easier to walk on them. It's actually um, people feel relaxed on those paths because it's already opened, yeah, and this is um, actually this provides a sense of security as most amount of people are walking on those paths. And obviously, on those paths, there are less risks and there are more certainties. So that's why basically most of the people pick those paths. And I believe that the real value in life is generated by trying to open and in the end opening new paths for the humanity. And that's actually how I visualize the jungle of life. So imagine there are main paths, and some people are confident enough to start their own paths. And like in the long run, new generations are actually deciding to follow those paths. Yeah, take on those really unwalked paths to just try them and see if that is leading them to the truth, if they are searching for it, or if that is actually providing them an exit. Now, this is actually how the real value is created, according to my understanding, as I mentioned. And the main problem in life is that most people are stuck in those main paths. This is actually how I see it. And I also believe that walking on those main paths, it is just like a personal decision. Yeah, there's nothing wrong or right about it. It's just like a neutral. And this is a fact. So I see everything basically in life as neutral. It's not good, it's not bad. Walking on those main paths is not bad. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't see it like this. But I believe that this is not the way to create value for the future generations if you want to create value for the future generations, obviously. If this is your purpose, if this is your goal. So walking on those main paths, obviously they are abstract paths. Yeah, basically we cannot name a path or we cannot label them, but we feel them. We feel the most amount of people walking on those um, walking on those paths without taking major risks, without actually pushing their boundaries or limitations or potential, etc. So the thing in life is that I believe that we should all understand we have the capability and potential to push our boundaries more and more in different fields. Yeah, because if we don't do that, then um, the creative power that we have as humanity, as people, it's like um, I believe that we don't deserve that if we don't do that, if we don't push our boundaries and create new value, create new areas, create new paths for the future generations. That's how we move forward. This is important. So I just wanted to share that with you because um, I personally believe that this is a good analogy to think about life. The jungle of life, in which there are different paths, and the less walked ones are generally like obviously riskier, but it can like they can provide the most amount of value for the future generations and also for you. And I believe that walking on those less walked paths, if you don't open them by yourself, but walking on those less walked paths make you discover yourself, make you discover your potential, and hopefully make you discover that your potential is just like an illusion. Yeah, it's not like a reality. The concept of potential, in my opinion, is it's just like an illusion that people put among themselves. Yeah, It's just like a self-created concept. It's potential. Well, I believe that it is, for most people, it is unlimited. Yeah, it's like a limited concept. It's not like a limited resource that you try to fulfill. It's like an unlimited amount of energy in terms of that we conceptualize as potential. And as you keep pushing yourself, as you keep learning new information and knowledge, as you keep expanding your horizon, then you are also pushing your potential. Yeah, you are expanding your capabilities. And in this context, I believe that you do not have any limitations. All the limitations that people have um, are created in the minds, and that's how I see. And yeah, coming back to the topic, while walking on those less walked paths, I believe that's this walking process, this continuation, and this searching is actually enabling you to find yourself, find the depth of your psychology, of your understanding, of your capabilities, and hopefully destruct this concept of potential like a self-imposed uh, concept. And if you are the one who is trying to opening a completely new path, then obviously you'll go through this process. But I believe that it will be much faster, if faster in a way that, in the sense that, if you are following someone, then obviously you are following someone, and you have a mentor, and you are trying to understand how he or she thinks or thought like before in the past. And sometimes you may feel the necessity to imitate him or her, your mentor, the first opener of this path, for example. Yeah. And I believe that it is not completely necessary. I always believe that having good mentors is definitely an advantage, or like obviously an advantage in life. I thought about that. But even if you do not have a mentor, I believe that through using the resources that you have, they can be books, they can be like free resources that you can find on internet. Mm, Anything that you can take, read, grasp the knowledge, and really grasping the knowledge and understanding the depth of it. You can be your own mentor. I believe that. So, if you choose this path, obviously it is much harder because there's no one directing you. There's no one telling you that this is right or wrong. Yeah. And ironically, this is a major advantage. I guess so. And if you are seeking mentor, if you are seeking a teacher who is, I mean, if you want that someone is going to show you some direction, well, I believe that then it is the right time to contemplate on the possibility that you may not really want to do that specific thing that you feel like you need to do. But if you feel this necessity to find a mentor, then maybe this thing is not for you. And I believe that finding a mentor is an advantage, okay, but this is not the only way. This is not the only way that you should follow. And you are completely capable of opening your new path in the jungle. And if you follow this approach, if you decide that you should open your own path, I'm sure that I'm sure that next generations will follow this path. They will walk on this path, and maybe there's a possibility that the path you opened will be one of the major paths in the future.